In this video, I'm going to take you on a tour through Ableton Live 12's new look and interface. Firstly, let's look at the ability to stack new windows within arrangement and session view. So with our loop here, we not only have the ability to see its clip view, but we could also see whatever devices are on that track as well. So if I open up the browser, you'll see I can drop that on there at the same time. Not only that, but you can also see the session view mixer in there as well. Now you'll notice a few things with the session view mixer. Firstly, you can see the colors of the individual tracks at the bottoms to help you just navigate a bit more visually, as well as a bit more clarity going on in the meters with both the color and the new arrow to more easily see where things are volume-wise. In the bottom right corner, you also have the ability to show and hide certain things such as your return tracks, crossfader, track options, performance impact, etc. Now moving over to the browser where we pulled up our device, you'll notice it's a little different. At the top, there's now this filter section. Now you have the ability to just condense things down with these different filters. This can be fun too, just for finding new ideas. For example, if we just head to all, we could find something that's evolving and ambient and see what comes up. Now let's say we find some sort of file we like this loop, and we want to find more files similar to it. Well, there's this really cool show similar files function, which actually uses a neural network to find similar files. What it does is it offers it by rank, pulls up loops with similar feel, similar drum sounds, etc. While we're in the browser, there's also the ability to go back and look at your search history. So let's say I wanted to go back to a piece of ambient audio I was at just a second ago and I don't remember what tags I used or I don't remember what search. Well, I just hit back until I get there again. Now you can show and hide the browser up in the top left here, but next to that there's a little arrow that also shows and hides tuning and groove pool. So groove pool is something you're familiar with, but now there's also this tuning option where you can actually drop tuning systems into Ableton. I actually haven't had much time to explore this yet, so I'm just gonna leave it at that, but just know that's there. Now there's a few ways we can actually play with what we're looking at on the timeline here. If you head down here, we have the ability to actually shrink and expand the waveform. Now this isn't changing the volume, this is just changing what you're seeing, and you can toggle that on and off right here as well. What this is really effective for is if you have something that's just way too quiet to see, but you want to still see the waveform, well, you can actually expand it so you can work on it, but then turn it off so that you can still see where it's at volume-wise relative to other things in the session. Now, next to that, you can optimize the height and width of the arrangement. So previously, you had the ability to zoom by just highlighting an area and pressing Z. But now with this, we can optimize the height of all the tracks and optimize the width as well. Just like how Z is a hotkey for zooming, H and W act as hotkeys for optimizing the height and width. Now on the top bar, you'll notice that the session scale is up here, which is a nice new feature. And heading on over to the right, you can actually see your sample rate and change that with a click. Now within the clip themselves, the envelopes have actually been moved over here. So you have to click here to access your envelope, and the drop-down menu for what you're actually automating is down here. The reason for this is it needed to make some more room for the new MIDI features. So in the MIDI clip, we now have our MIDI generators and MIDI transformation tools. I'm gonna do a whole other sets of videos on these later, but just know they're there, which is why the note view, envelope view, and MPE has been moved over to the top. Sends and returns got a nice added feature. You actually have the ability to rearrange them at last. And lastly, there's new themes and colors here in the appearance section. So that was a quick little tour of Ableton 12's new look and interface. So if you want to learn more about Ableton 12, please subscribe. My name's Kermode, and I'll be back soon with another video. Peace.